I'm Susannah Constantine, and this is my wardrobe malfunction. It's ostensibly about clothes, but covers pretty much everything else in life too. This is our 13th episode, released during lockdown, but this one was actually recorded back in September 2019, when no one used the term social distancing, and we certainly hadn't heard of the dreaded coronavirus. You can also find it as a video version on our website at mywardmal.com. There you can also join our pyjama party. And please do email your own clothing calamities to us at help@mywardmal.com. Finally, if you subscribe, give us a 5-star review and follow us on the usual socials at mywardmal, then you'll truly be my favourite person on earth. Speaking of which, let me tell you about our next guest, as he's my second favourite. He's singer, author, Scissor Sisters frontman, a great big Doug, and my gay husband, Jake Shears. We caught up last year in a hotel room on the morning after one of his gigs, and once we started talking, we literally couldn't stop. Nothing new there. So let's grab the handles, open my wardrobe doors, and find out what's inside. Hi everybody. Well, today I am with someone who, when I look at him, he kind of just makes me laugh. And all I do is have to look at him. And that person is Jake Shears from the Scissor Sisters. You may remember that band way back in the day. But his real name is Jason Sellard. So if I start calling him Jason, don't get confused.
Don't be confused. Good morning. Hi.
How are you, my love?
I'm so good.
Good.
I'm happy to see you.
Yeah, I'm happy to see you too.
You're all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Bright-eyed, on a beautiful day. And I'm so glad to see you've dressed up for the occasion.
I really did. I chose this very, very special for this morning.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this very special look for this morning.
Very, very special. And so just to describe it, he's wearing what I think might be an old Abercrombie and Fitch, very old, sort of washed out, dirty, not as in the colour, but like food down it, vest top.
Well, all my clothes are dirty right now. I actually have no clean clothes. My suitcase is full of dirty clothes. I had to chip down to the Uniqlo to go get some fresh underwear a couple days ago, but now I'm gone. I need
Are you wearing them inside out now?
Basically.
Yeah, that's what I do that too. And then you got a rather fetching pair of sort of man-made fabric, sort of beige, old man beige shorts.
Yeah, these are a little bit. These are like pensioner shorts.
Yeah, they are. That's exactly what they're. Which is kind of appropriate, isn't it? Because you're nearly 41.
I turn 41. Yeah, very soon. Just a few days. Oh my. So weird. I mean, I thought I would just stay 40 forever. Now I was like, oh, I'm 40. Like I'm 40 forever. And then no, I'm 41 now.
41, but you are the kind of person who will remain 12. Inside forever.
I mean, inside.
So you're a teenage boy. You will always be a teenage boy.
I feel like I'm growing up a little bit, though. I feel like
really?
Yeah. I mean, you'd never know it from this morning. But no, I definitely have felt like a shift. I mean, I do still feel like a kid, though.
Yeah.
And I live like a kid in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
As a homosexual man. I feel like it's hard to kind of you're sort of in this arrested development. I mean, it's like you don't have the responsibilities that, that sort of regular people have in a way. Like you don't have to sort of end up getting married and having kids. And I've never gotten married or had kids or anything. Yeah. And
I don't think being gay gives you the license to be permanently infantile, to be honest, just because
I'm just saying I'm just saying that it's a side effect. I don't think it's a license, but I think that it's that I don't know. I definitely feel like it's taken me a long time to sort of grow up.
Yeah.
Like I don't feel 41. I seriously still feel like I'm in my 20s.
And because I came to see you perform the other day at Camden, in Camden, and it was like having seen you in concert so many times. It was like 15 years ago. You know, you're still the same. You still have that energy, but your outfits now have become, on stage, have become even more outrageous.
Were they?
Yes. I mean, it's kind of borderline drag now. I'm sorry, you love a fishnet tight now.
I love some fishnets. I do. I think it's fun to like play with. I'm such like. I'm kind of a boy. I'm very much a boy. Like I'm.
Really?
I think so. I mean, I'm like, I'm not. I'm very. I don't know. I'm like kind of no muss, no fuss. The way I dress normally. I mean, I really like. I wear cargo shorts and like Birkenstocks is like my go-to. That's why I live in LA and New Orleans, and like one of the things I love living about there is you never have to dress up. You can just seriously just roll out of bed and go to the grocery store, that's just how I like to.
I mean, visually, you are two people. I agree, because it's like day to day, you are like kind of regular Gap kid.
Totally,
almost.
I'm just like the most. I really wear nothing flashy, but on stage, I love to like. Where I've been wearing these like platform boots, and I just love to dress.
Which are about 9 inches high.
They're really high. But I like that. It sort of there is a separation, because I do love to wear flashy stuff. I do love to get like super glammed out, but that's not me. That's another version of me.
No, but you see, I don't know if that. I'm not sure I agree with that.
I mean, it is me, but it's another. It's just another side.
But when you're on stage, you are dressing your personality, which is very overt. It's out there. It's vivacious. It's fun. It's slightly insane. That is you. Whereas you looking like, you're sort of in a care home, which how you're looking now. That's not you.
A care home. God, I love that British people I keep hearing new. There's always like I always hear new phrases that I've never. Like, how many more terms can there be for a convalescent center?
Well, you did say that to me. You said, "I'm so glad you came up to London and left the care home." You sent me a text saying that, so you know that term.
No, I said convalescent center.
Oh, convalescent center.
I like convalescent center. But no, I do. I do kind of compartmentalize. My looks, and it's there's multiple sides to my personality. I mean, what I really can't stand is having to like just put on like a suit and go to like a function. Is just my idea of hell on earth. Like
but you've never done that, have you?
I do. You do end up at things like at events and stuff where it's just like you got to put on a nice.
Yeah, but it's not a nice pinstripe suit or a grey flannel suit. It's usually something made out of curtain material, isn't it?
No, I mean I do. I do kind of have my Tom Brown suits in the closet that I pull out for that sort of thing, but I don't like just wearing I don't like dressing up in a normal way.
But do you think that's for you, it's as much about movement, because when you're on the move, you're hyperactive. So to feel trussed up in a suit, maybe it's because you don't have the freedom to move like you do on stage.
It's strange, like wearing slacks, like suit slacks. I just don't like how they make my legs feel. It's like, I think you're right. I feel awkward.
Yeah.
I feel awkward in just like a straight up suit.
Yeah, it's not you at all. And I mean, having you've worn some very extreme outfits, so you must have hundreds of wardrobe malfunctions.
Yes.
What was the worst wardrobe malfunction that you had?
There's two pretty bad ones. Can I go through two of them? One was this is probably, I don't know, the year we met.
Okay, which is about 15 years ago?
About 15 years ago, and Elton had taken Scissors out for some shows through the UK countryside. We probably played like 5 shows with him. And my mom had come, and we were opening for Elton, and I had a pair of black, really thin leather pants, and didn't realize it, but they had split while I was singing, and I was wearing any underwear. And I looked down, and one of my balls is just hanging out of the front of the seam. Like, it wasn't like the zipper; it was like below the zipper of the seam. And
It's a little squidged ball.
A squidged ball was like hanging out, and I had just been out there singing to thousands of people.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long it had been out, but it was out. It was out there. On stage, I looked down and.
But I bet you didn't care less. I bet you were thrilled that had happened.
I thought it was funny. I announced to the crowd. I was like, "I'm so sorry if you just saw my scrotum hanging out of my pants. I didn't realize they were busted." So there was that, and then we played a show at the Bataclan in Paris. Years ago, and it was in the dead of summer, and it was so hot. I think it was like 115 degrees Fahrenheit on stage. Like, they took I don't know what that would be in Celsius, but it was there was a heat wave. I mean, it was so hot that the crew had a tub of ice water on the side of the stage that they were dipping towels in.
Oh my
Between
God.
songs, I was going to the side of the stage, and they were laying ice towels on my head.
Wow.
To just to keep me cool. So I had like steam coming off of me. I took off all my clothes, and I just wear. I just wear like ratty Calvin Klein underwear. Like, my underwear is years old. Yeah. Like, there's holes in them. Like, it's really bad. And I had just like a stretched out ratty pair of Calvins on underneath my stage outfit. It was so hot, and so I was just out there performing in my underwear and just sweating, steam coming off of my body. And there is a photograph. Someone took a picture of me singing my brains out with my nuts just hanging out in front of a whole concert. I'm just completely singing with my balls out. I mean, I don't know. I didn't know what else to do. I mean, I was just like, I was just getting through it. But, I got another funny story from that night, because this is amazing. Jane Fonda had come to that show that night, and she's just an absolute icon to me. I've been obsessed with her since Dolly. Her and Dolly and Lily. I mean, just the 9 to 5 cast in general. Those are like the trifecta. And Jane and I had become friends, and she was there with her boyfriend, and the show was so hot that I was like, I just kept thinking, like, while I was on stage, I was like, oh my God, they must have left. Like, it's way too hot in here for, like, what are they going through? Like, it's so hot. Like, I don't know how anybody could handle it. Got off stage. Not only did they not leave, but after the show, Jane comes around the corner sopping wet. She's completely wet. She's had the time of her life. She's not wearing a bra. And her, like, shirt, it was just like full-on wet t-shirt contest with her tits out, loud and proud, and she didn't give a fuck. She was just had so much fun with her tits out. It was amazing. I was like, oh my God, you're so cool. God. She was just like, it was a special moment.
Yeah. But that comes from you. It's kind of, I feel that it's like, when I met you all that time ago, it's kind of like you liberate people. I don't want to flash you too much because you're a cunt too. But you have the sense where I feel with you, I can be more myself than I can with anyone else. Oh. It's weird, and you give people permission.
I feel the same way around you, though. I feel the same way around you. I feel completely like relaxed. I like people to have a good time. Yeah. I like people to feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's from my mom. My mom is very much
Frida,
and she's a really special woman that really takes. She loves people. She's very social, as do I. I'm just a really social person, and I'm a friendly person, and I want people to feel like themselves and to be comfortable.
Do you think that you're a people pleaser a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's to a fault.
Yeah.
To a degree. I mean, I really have issues with that.
Yeah, me too.
And will it's bad. It's something I'm really trying to deal with because I do want everybody to be happy, and I do want I want to make everybody feel good, and I am a social person, and I'm friends with a lot of people, and I've kept all my friends for so many years. Since I've got just friends from childhood, and everyone's still in my life, and so that's a hard thing. Having
to maintain those friendships, or
just try, just doing your best to kind of like keep it up, because I love those connections that I've forged with people over all these years, and sometimes like sometimes it can be to the detriment of.
But I think I think every great performer has to be a people pleaser, because that's your job. You go out on stage and you have to make your audience happy.
Yeah, and comfortable. And I learned that from I that's just something that I've learned from watching Dolly Parton perform.
Yeah.
And when I first started playing on stage, I just felt like there was a wall between me and the audience, and I would kind of have these panic attacks and just like start basically having seizures, and just getting crazy, just being super weird, just because I was so there's just a wall. It was uncomfortable, and at that time, right around then, I was going to go see Dolly Parton perform a lot. I just ended up, I don't know, it's like I probably saw it 3 or 4 times this one year, and I realized that she was coming out on stage and immediately taking the entire room in. Immediately. There was just no separation. Like when she came out, you immediately.
So how did she do that?
It's a vibe. It's your sight. It's like looking around the room, looking at people in the eye, smiling, coming out and just taking the room in, and that's something that I think is really important at the top of a show. It just puts the room you gotta put the room at ease immediately to like, to start, to take everybody on this journey of a concert. But I think that's, I don't know how I got on that tangent,
but it's kind of interesting, because I remember another time when we were we came up with that idea. I remember you were staying at home, and Trini and my career was sort of grinding to a halt, and there was that article, do you remember, in the Sunday Times, and it said the next time we witness these two has to be when we see them at their own hanging. And you thought it was the funniest thing. And I was sobbing, and you were hysterical. You were laughing so much. And then we devised this idea, which was like, okay, you got to celebrate what everyone criticizes you for.
Yeah.
Do you remember that? And then we did what Trini and Susannah, what they did next. And I remember you were part of that, and we came with a film crew. You were so fucking useless. As soon as a camera was put in your face, it's like you dried up. You became so nervous. It was weird.
I'm bad on like talk shows and stuff. I'm bad on camera.
Yeah.
I'm not great at. I love doing radio. I love talking in front of microphones. Is like super fun, and I feel very comfortable. But sitting on a couch with a camera in front of me, I turn into like a wooden puppet.
Yeah, so bizarre.
It's not good.
But is there any other times when you feel insecure?
Other times I feel insecure.
Or shy, or...
I do. I feel, I do have moments of... here's a weird thing. I feel insecure sometimes in... like going to a cafe for the first time that I've never been to, and like ordering a coffee. Isn't that strange?
Why?
I get nervous. Like I have no idea. But sometimes like restaurants and cafes, I just get a little strange.
Do you think that's because you're worried people might recognize you?
No.
You're not that.
Please, no, be right. No, it's not that. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Because they're speaking a foreign language and you're in another country?
No, it could be anywhere. It could seriously be anywhere. I mean, I remember when I first moved to New York, when I was like 21, I was like scared to go in and order a sandwich at a deli. I always am just worried that like there's some like I'm always worried that there's like some I don't know what I'm talking about. Like there's like a way to order that I'm not going to get right, or are you supposed to take this tag, or am I supposed to? Are you going to see this at the table? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I really need like directions when I go to a place. If it's not there, I just get a little,
So are you good at being on your own then? Do you think? Do you spend time because you are such a people person?
I have to have time alone.
Yeah.
And that's something that I've really come to realize over the years is I have a hard time being alone because I love hanging out all the time. I love hanging out. I love friends around. I love family. But that's why I've got a little apartment in New Orleans, and it's my place to go down and just when I can to just be alone. And that's how I get work done too. Because if I'm by myself, and just kind of like living quietly, working out, making myself food, not really speaking to anybody, I start getting ideas.
Yeah.
And start writing.
Yeah.
I
think it's what everyone who, with the creative process, alone time is really important.
For me to be alone. Yeah. I really, and I treasure my time alone. I read a lot too. Yeah. I mean, I love reading. So and also reading, that's my time to be alone with myself, whether there's people around or not.
I mean, you are a prolific reader.
I love reading.
And you've read virtually every single book on the planet, apart from mine, one of your best friends, with toil, blood, sweat and tears. I sent you copies to read. Have you read one fucking word?
Yes! No! Yes!
You're such a liar. You're such a liar.
It's a great. I'm so proud of you with that, though. I am. I'm proud of you. And you're going into you've written the next one.
Yeah, and then the third one is going to be based on our relationship.
That's what I'm super excited about.
Yeah, that's going to be so good.
Yeah, I feel like there's lots to pull from.
Yeah, lots to pull. So I remember there was one time when you'd lost yourself, quotation marks, and you'd legged it to Berlin to go and rediscover your mojo.
Yeah.
And I came to stay with you.
Yes.
And I remember you said, okay, we're going to this club. And I was like, great. And I got dressed, and you just looked at me and you went, no. There's
really?
No fucking way you're going.
Like, no.
And I had to change about 15 times because what was the club we were going to?
It was the Laboratory in Berghain, which, like, I can't believe. I mean, it's like definitely like a no woman zone for the most part. So like, it's a miracle that we got you in there in the first place. And then you left for a while, and I didn't know where you were. And like, eventually you came back, and you were like, you said to me, you're like, I've just been like relaxing. I've been laying in this amazing hammock that's in there. It's in the next room. I've just been chilling out, and and then I'm like, Susannah, that's not a hammock. It was just like a full sex swing. You've been lying in.
So to put it into context, this is like a gay. It was a gay sex club.
It was a sex club, yeah. It was a
Berghain, and I was the only woman there.
You were the only woman there.
And I'm
relaxing
and I'm a true fag hag, and I'd never felt so. I thought, oh my god, I'm going to be fine, and then walked in past these sort of swags of toilet roll and kitchen roll to mop up with afterwards, and scat nights.
No, that place is like intense. Hardcore. It's intense. It's a little hardcore for me.
Yeah,
first,
but you just left me there. You disappeared.
I did not.
You just left me there on my own.
You wandered off and were laying in relaxing in a hammock.
It was one of the best nights of my life.
It was really fun. We had a good time.
Yeah, we did.
I think we were out late.
Yeah, we were out till about 6 o'clock in the morning.
Jeez.
Yeah, but I really got a fondness for that city. I love Berlin.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
it's amazing. It's important for me, and and this is what I've did with New Orleans. In New Orleans, I'm really like, I've put roots down there, but I feel like every 4 years or so, I have to just wipe the table clean and go somewhere by myself and sort of figure out, like, sort of reassess who I am. And that was one of those moments, kind of just going away and like getting to know myself again.
Do you have, is there a sort of an article of clothing or something that you take with you, is always with you? So a piece of clothing which is like a comfort blanket almost, that you always, if you take it with you, because you travel so much, if you have that, it kind of makes you feel at home a little bit.
Yeah, it's funny because I do live out of my suitcase for a lot of the time, especially right now. I really don't have a home base at the moment. No, but I really have been living out of my suitcase, and it's important. The thing is when you've got such a limited amount of space, so every item that you bring with that I have in my suitcase is completely thought. I've got 2 pairs of jeans, 8 t-shirts, 8 pairs of underwear.
Why
boots,
8 and not
sneakers.
7?
I don't know. It might be 8 to 10, but somewhere around there. Boots, sneakers, and then the summertime Birkenstocks. But everything has to be chosen really wisely because you can't waste any space in your suitcase. You really have to like have something for, if there's a nice dinner or something I need to wear a suit to or something, you have to have some kind of.
So how many suitcases do you travel with? I
just
can
one,
only see
just
one
that.
here.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Do you remember? Yeah. So
this I a few years ago there's this warehouse called Tarragon in LA that you have to have like it's like a wholesale vintage warehouse. So you have to have like one of those like wholesale licenses in America to like go buy stuff there, which I have friends that do. And so you basically like, it's one of those places you kind of like practically get clothes by the pound.
I mean, you must have been terrified going in there the first time. Looking at clothes with having to be a member or whatever it is. If you find it hard buying a cappuccino in a new coffee shop, what was that like?
No, I had my friends with me who were into telling me, what to do, and I found this orange hoodie from 2008. It's a bright orange hoodie, and it's got like either a volleyball. Is it a volleyball? I suppose basketball maybe, just as orange. But it says Lady Rangers in cursive letter, and it 07 to 08. So this is probably like 10 or 12 years old. And I this is my plain hoodie. I have to take it on planes because it gets cold on airplanes, or maybe I'm just dying. But no, it gets cold on airplanes. So it's like this is like the one thing that's like, it's soft, it's comfortable, it's orange. It fits me well. So I basically have to have this with me when I fly and when I travel. Like no matter what time of year, I always have this hoodie with me.
I wonder if that was in your suitcase. I remember another night we had in LA, and we were I was staying at a very smart hotel called the Four Seasons, and it was for the Elton John AIDS Foundation post-Oscar party. And you came to stay with your then boyfriend Chris. And you had Toby the dog as well.
My little dog Toby.
And your little Toby. And you
He's 12 years old.
Little
I'm seeing him next week. I'm so excited to see him.
And we, all 4 of us, so Toby, you, me, and Chris, were all sharing a bed together.
And it was such a nice hotel room, and we'd gone to the Oscar party, and we got back, and like Toby had like shit all over, like he's like shit and piss
all over the bed,
all over the room, like diarrhea like everywhere. Like this really nice hotel room. We weren't even supposed to have a dog in there.
No, we weren't. We smuggled him in, and I had to go and do this morning show with Diane Sawyer.
Yes.
And I went straight, and I think I was still a bit pissed. But I remember waking up we got back about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I had to leave at 6 or something the next day. That is like in 2 hours' time. And I remember waking up to this kind of noise, and I couldn't work out what it was. This kind of loud sort of noise, and I opened my eyes, and there was Chris, your boyfriend, clutching the side of the hall table, naked, and pissing into your suitcase because he didn't know where he was, and it was just like splattering like, and he was just clutching. I was like, Chris, for God's sake! And that hoodie was probably in.
I think that might have been a little bit before the hoodie started. Thank God. Oh, those were the days. I remember that night.
God, that was amazing. And you performed there with Elton. It was amazing.
Did I perform that?
Yeah, you did. You sang. You were wearing a lime green suit.
Oh, was that one? Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. And so just to kind of, you're 41 nearly.
41.
A few days till you're 41. And so, the end is nigh.
Yes,
the end
life is at least halfway or 2/3 over.
I was thinking about that the other day. For me, I'm 2/3 the way through my life.
2/3, yeah. It's a nice feeling, though, right?
I don't know.
I'm happy getting. The thing about you, and the thing that like you don't give a fuck, which I think the older you get, the less fucks you give.
Yeah.
And I feel that way too. Yeah. I'm not. I can't be bothered about stuff that I was all hung up about. 15 years ago, 10 years ago. I'm not worried so much about things. Like I just want to be happy and be with my friends and family and live my life. Like I don't know. I feel like when I was younger, I would get sort of hung up on things a little bit more, get worried about, I used to worry so much more about failure. And now I don't care as much about that at all. Do you feel that way? Do you identify with that statement?
Yeah, no, I do identify with it. I have to identify with that because, there's quite a few things I've tried and failed at. And it's
we all have.
But you bounce, I find that I bounce back from it, and weirdly for me it makes me want to try harder. Failure, so it is, it's the fear of failure does go. I agree with that,
because I don't care about I just want to I want to do good work, and I want to do my best at it. I want to have fun doing it
I agree with
and
that.
Whatever the fuck happens with it, like I don't care. Like it doesn't. I want to make a living, and I want to be successful. I want people to like plug in with what I'm doing. Some people, whatever. But I just the process of making things and living my life and just like doing the things that I love to do now, to me are the most important things. And like whether I just used to like worry and wring my hands about whether these things are going to work or not. Is this going to be successful or not? Are people going to like this? Is this going to like...
That is all the wrong way around.
It's just
because if you do it from real desire, then it's more likely to be successful.
Or at least successful.
Or not for you.
It just doesn't... It's like an insurance policy against being sad about your work, It's like as long as I love something and like give something my all and am proud of it and had a great time making it, like
then it doesn't matter.
Then it
You've
really
succeeded
doesn't
by
matter.
That stage already. Yeah. No, I agree with
so
that.
like I love being in that spot now.
Yeah.
I really love I love being there.
Yeah.
I'm much happier that way.
But I wonder if to be really comfortable in that space, whether you have to have had a level of success previously to be able to get to that.
I don't know.
Way of thinking.
I think the level of success that I had was probably an impediment to that. Because that kind of success really fucked me up for a long time. That's what made. Then you're worried. That I was so worried about failing. When you have that, a massive successful thing, you understand that that's not something that's going on forever, that will end.
Well, you understand quite far post that, I think. But don't you, I mean, did you have like when the Scissors disbanded, did you kind of go through almost like a mourning period for it that you weren't aware of?
Absolutely.
You look back and you realise.
I was just kind of lost.
Yeah.
I mean, I had moved to LA with my partner Chris, and yeah, I'd sort of, you know, Scissors was my day-to-day existence for, you know, a solid 12 years. That was what I had to answer to every morning. And when that was gone out of my life, as well as New York itself, those things, I did go into like a period of mourning. I didn't know what to do with myself.
Yeah, I mean, I felt exactly the same with Trini and I didn't, you know, part of me was so longing for that day to come.
Yeah.
You know, I'd had enough. But when it happened, I went into a complete decline, and I didn't associate it with the end of Trini and Susannah. I was trying to attach it to other things. I couldn't believe that I'd be mourning that, something that I'd, you know, had almost repelled me to, you know, got to that point. And I think you felt a bit like that with the Scissors.
Yeah.
And then looking back now, I realise, my God, that was such a part of my life. And you know, Trini, who is still very much a part of my life, and I love her to bits, but it was like a death.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole rug gets pulled out from under you, and that was a rug that I pulled out from under myself because it was my decision to. But I knew you know, as it's just like you have this instinct that like you have to move on and do something else. That this is not, you know, I don't know. That's the only way I can really kind of describe it. It's just like this sort of gut instinct.
It is a gut instinct, which I feel so grateful that I was able to listen to that and hear it.
And I try to follow that.
Yeah.
You know, I do crazy things listening to my. I make decisions very
that's
quickly.
Fantastic. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It leads to kind of a wild life, but
So, my love, you know, like I said, you're nearly 41, and you know, the sad day will come probably for me quite a lot sooner than you. Will you sing at my funeral, by the way, if you're still alive?
I'll sing "Wind Beneath My Wings."
Oh, please don't.
It must have been lonely in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You were the one I left behind.
Oh, that's very charming. I'll look forward to listening to that from my coffin. It's kind of weird because you have like a passion for clothes, but you don't have a passion for clothes. So with your costumes, did you have any input into the design of them?
Yeah, I mean, the funny thing is like we were sort of talking about earlier, you know, I organize my life so I dress very casually and have a very casual wardrobe, but I do love to wear flashy stuff. I love to wear costumes, but then on the other hand, I truly can't dress myself. Like I have the worst sense of fashion.
That's true.
I'm colorblind.
Are you really?
I think, I can't. There's like greens and I get greens and blues and I get very confused. I'll think one thing, like I'll walk out of the house and like my boyfriend will be like, "What? What the fuck is that?" You know, I can't match colors, and I also just don't know. I have a hard time with I don't know how things are supposed to fit. Shopping with me is they just opened a new Nordstrom's in New York, and it took me. I was in there for 3 days.
What?
I was in there for 3. I shopped in there for 3 days. I'm not kidding. Not kidding, because my wardrobe, you know, I travel so much, and like the items that I'm buying there are really important. it's not. I'm just not. I have to like focus and like make sure that these jeans are right. And I need people from the store helping me. I need like my boyfriend in there, talking me through everything. And then after the second day, I went in on the third and made the decisions for what I wanted to get.
Okay, so that is because for you, it's quality, not quantity. But I don't mean quality as in a qualitative sense of how things are made, but that you're going to get maximum use.
Exactly,
of them.
Total like utilitarian.
Yeah.
Like everything that I buy, if I'm going to get new stuff for my wardrobe that I'm going to be carrying around with me in a suitcase, like I've got to be able to really wear everything. It needs to all be able to go together.
Yeah.
So I have a hard time with
it's kind
that.
of dressing by numbers, really. Isn't
Yeah.
It? Join the dots, dressing.
And because I'm just not. I'm not good at. I don't know what's in style. Like I don't know what's the cool thing to wear. That's why I kind of dress so basic, because I just don't like stuff that's trendy. Sort of like scares me. I just I don't know. I have a really hard time dressing myself.
But then can you, when you're on stage, you have much more input. It's like you have an understanding of what works on stage.
Well, I start to I start to sort of go from the music itself, and like I put out a solo record a year ago, and I wrote it and recorded it in New Orleans and Kentucky, and it's got a very sort of Americana vibe. It's got a very Southern vibe, and I just wanted to sort of put all those things into what the look was.
Yeah.
So I sort of have a vague idea of what I want the look to be, but it's really important for me to team up with great costume designers and stylists.
So what costume designers have you used in the past?
Well, this last year has been amazing. This guy, Michael Schmidt, who is responsible for so many of the classic looks of, he's like the contemporary Bob Mackie or something. He is for so many, like, Cher and Madonna and Miley Cyrus. He did the Lady Gaga bubble dress. He does very sculptural stuff. He's sort of the rhinestone king. He sort of does like, is it pave that you call it? Like just crystals on everything. And we've become friends. He lived in New York a long time ago. He's in LA now, but we've become friends. And so he's in New Orleans a lot. And when I was putting this record out, we basically were, he was like, I would love to make stuff for you. So he's been doing most of my stage stuff this last year. And basically, I was very inspired by my dresser on Broadway, this woman named Ginny.
What's that when you were doing
I was doing Kinky Boots on Broadway. And she... your relationship, I didn't know all this stuff before, but there's all these aspects to doing. I don't know if it's the same in the West End, I'm sure it's similar, but I had a dresser who, and her sole responsibility was just me. You basically jumping on and off stage, quick changes, water, like she just takes care of you.
Like your nanny.
Basically.
Yeah.
And but all clothes, she dresses you. So she on day one, I was kind of asking her about her history, and she had been in the Rockettes from 1978 to like 2003. She was in the Rockettes for 30 years.
You're kidding?
No, and it was just like a proper Rockette for 30 years. And she brought in this photo of her and a couple other Rockettes with Peter Allen. They were all in.
Who's Peter Allen?
He's Peter Allen was I think it was Hugh Jackman played a boy from Oz. He's an entertainer, a singer. Came from Australia.
Yeah.
And he was a gay man.
Yeah.
Just super famous stage guy.
Yeah, okay.
But they were with Peter Allen with a white piano. He was in white, and they were all in like white top hats, white tails, with their Rockettes leotard.
Yeah.
And she brought this photo in for me, and I framed it and hung it up on the wall in my dressing room for the duration of my run in the show. And so that photograph is what inspired my whole look from this entire past year. Basically, I designed my whole outfit after Jenny as a Rockette in the 70s.
It is that. It's the leotard and the fishnets.
Yeah, and so I had tearaway pants with fishnets on underneath. So I do get, it's funny what ends up sort of inspiring you, and my experience on Broadway and getting to live that life for a while really inspired what I wanted to wear this whole last year.
Yeah.
So I don't know, that's kind of a long story about how but I have to team up with great people to kind of see those visions come to pass, or else I wouldn't know. I don't know the first thing about putting an outfit together. So I do have ideas and inspirations, but it really does. Michael Schmidt, the last thing he did for me was probably the most amazing thing he did for me. I was playing Pride 50 in New York, like 50th anniversary Stonewall. It was the craziest week. It was a massive weekend in New York, one of the biggest prides ever. And we played in Times Square. Me and my band played in Times Square. And Michael, about 2 weeks before, said, I have an idea. And he proposed and sketched out this huge robe that I would wear. And when I held my arms up, the whole thing was covered in Westboro Baptist Church signs.
Oh my God.
So under I was wearing right on my chest, it just said God hates fags in giant letters. There's like this rainbow, it's like a coat of many colors because their signs are very colorful.
Yeah.
So the whole thing, same-sex parents burn in hell. Like, it said horrible things on it. And they were
quotes that people had said.
They were the real Westboro Baptist Church signs covering this robe, and it was just such an intense thing to walk out on stage. I've never been so. I really went through it for a week until I finally decided, like, okay, I can do this. It was a scary thing to wear. It was such a heavy thing to wear.
You were wearing kind of all the hatred directed towards homosexuals.
Yeah,
you were wearing
in a big way, like parading, like turning it into a frock and parading it around on a stage. And so I came out and I basically in Times Square in this robe. It was just such a moment, and I kind of went back to where the music was playing, and I had a little tear right under my on the collar, and I ripped the entire thing, ripped it open, and underneath I was wearing like a rainbow Richard Simmons, rainbow crystallized, full on Swarovski, like sparkly, rainbow Converse, like just I was basically just like this, like 70s porn star, sparkly vision of faggotry underneath it all. And that was one of the most, it was one of the most important outfits I feel like I've ever worn. Yeah, because
that is extraordinary that an outfit can represent so much and say so much.
For me, it just said everything, especially on a weekend like in the 50th anniversary of Stonewall. It was just a really, I don't know, that to me is an example.
Do you still have that? Have you kept that?
Oh, we've archived the we've
Yeah.
archived the robe, and I really keep everything that's made. It was a very special look, but that's just an example of I love teaming with people. I mean, that was Michael's idea, and it was a really important idea for him, and he implemented it beautifully, and that was his art, that I got to wear. And I love teaming up with people that who I trust their visions and trust them as artists, and if I trust you, put me in whatever the fuck you want. Like, let me be your canvas. I love doing that, and I don't get super hung up on like, oh.
Yeah, you
Like,
don't
is
care
this
whether
cool?
it looks good on you. It's got to say something.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Like, just if they think it, look, if you're happy with this because you're a real artist, I will go out and fucking wear the shit out of it. So, anyways, that's kind of how I view stage clothes and sort of my approach to it. And I love wearing one of a kind stuff. I love wearing unique stuff. I love stuff that's, I love wearing costumes.
But I mean, that's what I think we miss so much. Certainly, I miss is that kind of flamboyance on stage, especially with musicians. You don't have it. Yeah, you've got Lady Gaga and you've got Adele and her big 50s dresses, but that's kind of it. There's no joy, visual joy in.
There's not a lot of glam. We're in a funny moment.
Yeah, it's just like it's all kind of let's play it down, jeans and t-shirts, grunge it up. I'm not better than anyone else. I think the public really miss that impact, that kind of.
I think it's important. I mean, that's why Greatest Showman is such a success, because
Such
just
a
what
shit
it's
film.
about. No, but it's but just the idea behind, like,
because you want to escape.
You want to escape,
Yeah.
and you want to see a show, and especially the UK, like,
Yeah.
loves a showman. And I pride myself on being one. I want to put on a show.
Yeah.
I want to entertain you.
Yeah, and you can escape so more effectively if you see amazingly outrageous out there clothes. I think when you're watching a concert, a show, a film, whatever it is.
It's just
The
fun.
escape
You wanna,
is easier.
yeah, and you want. I mean, especially like the world is shit right now. The world is truly, we've never been. And I don't listen. I'm not going to say the world is any shittier than it ever was. I think it's probably always been shitty, but we now have a direct channel to all the shit. 24 hours a day. That's what's changed. We are aware of all the shit. It's more than our brains can handle. And maybe some people think that this is like, I do believe people need a break. Some people think that that maybe I should be on stage, spouting, I don't know, whatever. But when people come to a show, when I'm playing a show, I want people to, like, for just a minute, like, not have to, like, to just enjoy themselves and that is okay. I believe that's okay, and I believe that's necessary. And I think some people might disagree with me, but
It's hard to disagree with, I think.
Some people, I don't know. Some people think that it's like a full time. I believe sometimes we need a break from the sadness and the anger and aggression and I don't know. I like bringing people together. I think right now it's like even the act of bringing people together is controversial now.
Yeah, it is, because
which is
on every level.
Which I think it's bullshit. I don't subscribe to that.
No.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
I really it makes me so mad,
Well, there are so many kind of it's a minefield to bring people together. Oh, I'm like stroking Jason's leg and my hand's going up towards his crutch. If that was my God, that is an offence that I've committed just now. When you're bringing people together, there are so many caveats. There's so many sort of rabbit holes that can trip you up, and it's
my family. My parents watch Fox News all day long in the States. My dad is 91. I'm never gonna change his mind.
No.
He is who he is.
Yeah.
And there's all kinds of things I don't agree with or whatnot, but that's my father. And I'm sure he looks at me and it's like, dear God, what have I done? But he loves me too, you know? And I just think that I just don't think it's any good, this sort of how people are viewing each other at the moment, in a way.
No, it's a road to emotional destruction, I think. It's really sad. But Jason, when you were growing up, when did you start dressing quite flamboyantly when you were a little kid?
When I was in elementary school, like 6th grade, I wanted to I started wearing like suits to school. I wanted to dress up like I started wearing suits to school, and like I carried a briefcase.
No.
Yeah, I was like suit. I only would wear button-up shirts. I liked to, I like to dress up in that way. But then once I started realizing that I was a fag, I was like, and then I started dressing like really weird. But it was also like the early '90s, and alternative music was in such a it was the best time for music. Like alternative rock was pre Nirvana, right before Nirvana broke, and you could like, I would just wear it all.
It was all the glam rock, wasn't it?
I was wearing all kinds of stuff. No, Joan Jett was a little bit more before my time, but I'm not that old.
Okay, so
no, this was like 9 Inch Nails and
okay.
Like Chili Peppers and Violent Femmes and Public Image Limited, and those were the bands I was in. Big Audio Dynamite. I was kind of into Susie and the Banshees. But yeah, it was like a great time for just dressing like a freak, and so that's when I got into high school. I just loved I was wearing skirts. And,
you really,
I grew my hair out really long.
For it, or
yes, definitely.
You didn't care.
I was very I egged it on. It made me even more extreme. Because I looked like a man. I would tease my hair out.
Fantastic. God, I love you. There needs to be more people like you in the world.
Paint my nails, and it definitely like had that whole. It shaped me as a teenager. That dynamic with people, that dynamic at school.
So when you come to the time when you move on to the next life, do you think your funeral will be a show as well? And
well,
if so, what would your burial suit be?
I don't know if you listen. Do you know Joan and Jerica?
No.
Joan and Jerica, they play these two characters, but they were talking about this new technique for funerals where you go explode the body. So you basically stuff the dead body full of like dynamite and then like explode it in front of everyone, like fireworks and stuff, and just like. So I think that's kind of fun.
Okay, well, what would you be wearing?
Here's the thing.
Okay.
But my real dream is to get taxidermied and to have like sort of like animatronics like put into my arms, and I want basically my legs to be cut off, and I want to be mounted with like my waist coming out of a wall, like your audience. I want to be wearing like a ratty purple sequined like women's blazer. It's like some shit women's blazer with like coming out of like coming out of a wall, like a wall mount, with a top hat, and you press a little button and I do a little like hello my baby, hello my darling, hello ragtime gal, with like, and my arm moves and takes my hat on and off. That's where the animatronic is. Okay. So that's my dream. Okay. Well, if you die before me, I'll make that happen. I promise. I'll shake on it. I'll make that happen for you. I'll get you taxidermied
an animatronic.
Is it possible? Do you think that they could
Yes,
do it?
it must be possible.
I mean, my favorite is if you look up, they do this down in New Orleans. It's amazing. And I love this, is where they embalm the body, and then everyone, there's like a woman that died in New Orleans, and she, she loved to drink, and she loved to hang out with all of her friends, and they embalmed the body, and they set her up in the kitchen with like sunglasses and a cocktail, and everyone threw a big party with her dead body, like, at the party, which I love. The photo, like, look that up, because the photos from that, the New York Times read a piece on it. It was the sickest. So I would also love, before I get actually taxidermied, before my legs get cut off, I would love to be propped up, like, Weekend at Bernie style, but definitely with some sunglasses.
Yeah.
At like a house party would be fucking awesome.
Okay, that sounds good.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, that would be. So, is there any kind of outfit that you feel defines you, Jake Shears?
The look that I feel like really kind of the definitive look for me, and the thing I'll always go back to, was back in the day, Fee Jones made me the dungarees. I would wear these like denim patchwork dungarees in the Take Your Mama video.
Yeah,
and
like the little farm boy.
I had purple dungarees she made me. Yeah. I had all different kinds. And that to me, like those sort of dungarees with no shirt, is so easy to put on. I wear them without underwear. They'd kind of be so down you could see part of my butt, and then those, I feel like I can always kind of go back to those dungarees.
Maybe not anymore.
Right. Listen, I do need, like, I'm trying to like lose this like little paunch I have in my belly right now. It's a mess.
It's fine. I'll give you some support underwear.
But those I feel like are, when I think about the outfit that sort of kind of defines me as a performer, it's those like sloppy hippie dungarees.
Yeah, it's been really, really interesting. Although I've known you for so long and so well, yeah, it's been really interesting. And I've learned a few things about you that I didn't know before. But I've got you a present. I've got you two presents.
What?
Yeah, I got you two presents.
Oh, babe.
And here's the first
This is
one.
Oh, I love that. This is so sweet, and you've wrapped it.
I know, not very well. I found the kind of oldest, most vile
I love
paper I could find.
It's nice. I love it. You save the paper.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Cute!
Do you remember that? It's yours! And I nicked it off you!
This is my Acne sweater? Yeah. It's so cute. I mean,
it's a bit dirty.
It's okay, thank you. Oh my god.
That is your comfort
But
blanket.
I'll wear the shit out of this again.
That I love. It is like
it's really no, but it's nice. It's perfect.
So that's that.
It's to describe it. It's a like a robin's egg blue light Acne kind of sort of sweatshirt. Yeah, it's great.
And you kept asking me.
I love that.
Have you seen my Acne sweatshirt? No. No. Okay, this is something else.
Oh.
What did you know about this?
Oh, wow. Was this mine too?
Yeah.
It is I think
that's like, Comme des Garçons.
It's Comme des Garçons. It's a gold belt. Wow.
And I stole that from you when I stayed with you in New York, when you were living in New York.
Really?
Yeah, and I nicked it out of your wardrobe. And I'm giving it back.
Thank you. Did you wear it?
Yeah, I did.
It's good. It's a good belt. Thank you, sweetheart. Oh my god, I love. These are the best kind of presents because they were already like something that you like.
Yeah.
and that you forgot even existed.
Yeah.
Can you imagine all the clothes that over all the years that have just disappeared, left behind? You never like you go back and look at old pictures of something. You're like, what the hell happened to that?
So you've been reunited. I'm sorry, I was a thief.
Oh, babe, I don't care. I don't
know
care.
you
Clothes,
don't care.
I'm so like it's, you know, I just feel like I like wearing clothes. I like having them. But the funny thing about fashion, is it doesn't matter. And it's I don't mean that it doesn't matter, but it's like
I don't think it should define you.
No, I used to go, and it's so funny. Like I used to go and spend so ridiculous amounts of money on clothes. Like I would just drop, and I look back and I'm like, what the? It's such a racket. Like what the? Like you don't. A pair of trousers doesn't need to be $1,500. And like, what good does it like? I don't know. I just don't understand that anymore. There was a item of clothing. I really have been looking for a pair of cargo pants. Because I love cargo. I love big cargo pants because I put my Kindle. I travel with my Kindle all the time. I put it in my pocket, and I got this like Stone Island jacket. It was like this knit. It was like knit on the outside, and there was like a removable puffy jacket underneath it. It was really, really cool. And I took it home, and I was like, it's just stupid. This is stupid. I don't.
Really?
It was just so much. It was
so
so expensive.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck that. You know what? Like, I don't know. Like now over the years, like I've had moments where I've had tons of money, and like I've had moments now since then where I'm just like, oh fuck. Like I don't have all the money I thought I did.
Yeah.
And then and I think back to like, you just don't. I don't know. I don't. I'm not an extravagant person. I feel like I like to be a little bit more kind of simple.
Yeah.
My tastes are simple.
Yeah. You are simple.
And
I love you.
I love you. I love you. Thank you for doing this today.